So welcome, guys. This is a very solid debate. Today we are going to talk about the economic scorecard, the economic development and financial scorecard of the government of Kenya right now. And with me today, I have Dr. Charles. He's not a doctor, but he's a doctor to me because he has experience of life. You can introduce yourself.
I'm Tabu Charles Okumu, a community expert. I deal with the issue of development and I've done development studies. So today I'm just going to have a brief discussion pertaining to the well-being of our nation, Kenya. Thank you, welcome.
Yeah, man, my name is Swale Mwandungu and I'm a filmmaker. For now, you can just call me a filmmaker, yeah, in town and anywhere in Nairobi. So today we're going to discuss about the development scorecard. What I think the development scorecard of the Kenya Kwanza government, that is the UDA and President William Ruto, is below the scorecard. I can give it a solid 4 out of 10, below the average. But my friend here, he has a contrary opinion and he can tell us why.
In fact, let us not be just biased. The scorecard is very open. For the people with eyes can see, for the people who have ears can hear. And if you give that scorecard, the figure should be around 9.1.
Wow, Kenyans.
So it is only that
below. Nice.
It is only that the people don't want to admit, but they are seeing. And the Bible is very clear. Let us be faithful to our nation and to talk the truth we are seeing. And I want to talk about the development of the government
Okay,
of
before you
Kenya.
go on, yeah, you have said 9 out of 10. That's a very big score sheet card because I think 9 out of 10 rarely. There are less governments in the world that can reach a level even of a rating of 8.7. But you have given them 9. Maybe you are biased, maybe you are not. Can you kindly tell us a good project that you think it has made that the scorecard averagely being high, that much high?
First of all, I'll start with the technology development. Then I'll come to infrastructure, that is road, housing, and so many factors in terms of industrialization and our agriculture development. Those are the factors that has made me to score to 9. Compared to other government, if I can score, I give the other government the score in a class. If I combine them with the time frame that is done by the president, we have come to realize that he has a very high figure like that. Let us not be biased.
One of the most specifics, but one of the most talked about projects of President William Ruto is the housing project. Okay, here's my thought. Housing project is not a bad project. Housing has always been a very credible issue among citizens, I agree. But the point here is this. I believe in Kenya we don't have a housing problem. We have a financial and economic problem. The problem is this. If somebody living in a low-income area in around Nairobi County, I would want to mention names, tomorrow he gets a good job that he earns almost $1,000 and above after taxes, he will take out his family, he will take out himself to a richer neighborhood. So what I believe is we don't have a housing problem, but we have an economic problem. The moment we empower our citizens to get jobs, to get good rebates, to get good promotions and things, the economy happening wonderfully, we can see that there will be no issue of housing because the even private sector will enter into the housing sector and build more houses because the demand is there. People want to move to better houses. Yeah, you can go to Tatu City, see people moving to Tatu City, a lot of young people who are young millionaires, old people moving there, other people constructing their own on their own real estate. So what I believe is that we don't have a problem of housing problem in Kenya, and even this housing problem is not even done correctly. As much as it is being forced on us in Kenya, on Kenyans, it is not being done correctly because the amount of money and corruption that is happening in the housing program is so large. But now I leave Mr. Charles to defend the housing program.
First of all, I'm so happy you have talked about finance and you have talked about the housing project. The housing project is there to empower the people so that we have financial stability. People are not employed to get salary and rent houses. People are employed to invest. Once you invest, you grow. And once you grow, you stabilize your family. But when you are just earning a lot of money and spending them on paying other people's rent, what about after your retirement? Where will you stay? Where will you be? What will you have?
But one will
Let me
argue.
finish. By the time you are talking, I didn't challenge you. By the time I
Mr.
gave you
Wesley,
a
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
yeah. So the housing project is there to stabilize Kenyans, whereby now to start from somewhere, whereby they don't even pay rent, they own houses. Two, it will reduce slum areas. The slum areas, people are not complaining that they are being evicted. They are always ready to move out and come back in those houses once they are done. There are more than 5,000 units everywhere. There is nobody complaining that these houses, we are not getting them.
Of course, they are.
The people who are complaining are not people in slums. Are you getting it? Those people, they know once the poor people have been uplifted to another standard, they'll never exploit them. So if you look at the living standard, we need to uplift our people, their living standard. Our people should be in a better house, clean water, and also clean environment. So from there, now it gives a country image of development. We cannot be people whereby people are coming from foreign lands to come and do research of slum area with our country, with our people in those areas because we have the biggest slum area. No, we have to change. We have to give a better house for our people, and it has to come with cost. And you cannot say that finance is not is a problem. Finance is a global problem.
No, I'll argue less. I'll argue less. There are less slums in Singapore.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so it's not a global problem.
It is a global because we have started eradicating those problems. So now they don't have it. But now we are starting ours. We should just improve on ours so that we can see how our people live in a better environment.
Okay, I would like to disagree on what he has said. First of all, the audience is our judge because you are the people in the ground. So those who live around the areas where the affordable housing project has already commenced and people have almost all have already started moving in after registration and all those bureaucracies. Tell us if you live in Mukuru and you are a slum resident and now you are able to move in, and maybe you are a slum resident and maybe you did not get the opportunity, you are sidelined. Just tell us below there, you tell us your story on the comments. Thank you. So the other thing we can talk right now, apart from affordable housing, is the development projects, the roads, the bridges, the infrastructure. Ministry of Transport, to be specific, Ministry of Energy. We need a lot of energy for a developing country because we believe that energy is what powers the nation. Hii stima tuko nayo. So as we talk right now, there's a lot of projects that are happening. Ignore the shenanigans from both sides of the opposition and the government. Go to your own research and see if this road, maybe let's say the bridges that are being constructed, maybe outside town towards Kilimani, are they on the right budget? Are other countries that have a similar economy doing the same project at similar price per dollar? Is the dollar per kilometer worth it? But a lot of the research, they tell us otherwise, that our projects are so overpriced, our tendering process is shady, and I believe we have to change. And that's why a person like me, I just want a new government in the office comes to 27 for such projects. But I'll let Mr. Charles defend it because I think he has a contrary opinion.
Yeah, so first of all, before I defend that, I'll just come to notify the audience that the affordable housing is all over the country. It is not in Nairobi only. It is all over the counties. The 47 counties are experiencing it. So there is no biasness in our government. And the second thing is that when I come to infrastructure, we are expanding the roads. And you can see the Wayaki Way, you can see the Roroni to Nakuru, Gilgil, those areas. You can see also Mombasa region and also Kisumu regions. All over the country, the roads are being done. And those expansion of roads, means of transport, that is what we call now opening space for job opportunities and business. Job opportunity is not a matter of being employed in the government, no. By virtue that you can be self-employed, you can take your products from point A to point B efficiently without any delay at a lower cost, because the roads are there, the vehicles are moving, and also the market aspect of costing has come down, because the rule of demand now has been affected, because there is demand, and also there is a supply. So it has also expanded even our agriculture production, and also our products of agriculture to reach the market easily because of roads. So nobody has said that Kenya now there is poor roads. No, people are talking of expansion of road and how it is good in the national development. You'll find that now the business entrepreneurships will move on very easily. And you'll find that not all people can be employed by the government per se, but they can start their small businesses, they can do their trades, they can open the hotels along the main roads, and they can expand even the towns. Some towns will expand due to good infrastructure. So development is wide. Don't think development is employing
Okay,
you in
Mr. Charles, Mr. Totam, here is the thing. Huh?
Thank you.
Can you kindly, Kenyans are saying they will not eat roads. You cannot have good roads while people barely earn $5 a day, the average income. So here's my point. Can you tell us the flagship projects of Mr. William Samoei Ruto and what of national importance economically does they have, apart from him and his billionaires friends?
Thank you, first of all. Let me just correct you. Anybody saying that you cannot eat road, yeah, I think he doesn't understand what is the importance of roads and accessible to market, accessible to institutions. The only thing is that we should agree, we should expand our knowledge in terms of business, because all of us cannot depend on government opportunities only.
Of course, I agree.
And more so, the infrastructure business needs people with the big money, because this involves that the buying of cement, the buying of stones, the buying of steel and everything. So the small guys will not get the tender per se, but they can be they can be employed in this, whereby they can be supporting staff in these institutions. But what we need to know is that through the roads is when things will expand. Through the roads is when young people.
You're not answering our question. Our question is, you have just justified that they want the accountability per kilometer if it is a bridge or a road, the accountability per value, the dollar per value of every project, and also you give us the flagship projects, like you can say now Uhuru Kenyatta, maybe expressway or something. I'm not pro Uhuru, but you can say that maybe Kibaki and Raila, it was the Thika Highway and other projects. So can you tell us the most important or strategic investment project that the Kenyan government has done?
First of all, you have to understand one thing. All projects must have public participation.
No, you're not asking that question, Mr. Charles. It's at this point that the Kenya Kwanza people, they just like to walk around the periphery of a subject. I just want to go deep and tell us this project, the stadium in Ngong Road, this project, there's another one, there's this and this, and what of national importance does it have to Kenyans? Don't just try. I've not asked about public participation. We know there are public participation and we were never invited, some of us. Or the invite is 2 hours to the main event, or 2 days. People are busy. People like us are busy looking for money to build this nation. So can you kindly just pinpoint this type of projects, economic value, and what is the dollar per value, according to others?
So you have involved me now in quantifying the projects. And let's say like Talanta. Talanta, its importance is that it will make our youth grow in sports and also encourage sports, whereby now you have the right stadium. We as a country, we need to have tournaments, East African tournaments, African tournaments, and need stadiums like Talanta. So that is a good improvement in terms of sports. And each and every budget, there is allocation of sports money. And where the sports money has been allocated, need to do things like Talanta. Talanta has created so many jobs opportunity. So we cannot say that the money that was spent was a bit higher. I don't know, it was a bit exorbitant, something like that. Those are just propaganda, because we are seeing what the money has done. Now it is a matter of encouraging our youth to do the sports. Let us go back to the roads. The roads.
I would like you to mention one project, then I rebuttal it because I'll forget your
About
points.
Atalanta,
Yeah, about the Talanta, I agree it's a very good project. Actually, we actually need good arenas to host international sports with the international standards. I agree, but the point here, Kenyans are saying the Talanta Stadium is a very good project, but it was highly overpriced. First of all. Secondly, they think that the Talanta that has been built, it could have generated other 3 more Talantas in Kenya with the same price. So the dollar per value is not seen. So the Talanta Stadium will be there. It will make a lot of millionaires, a lot of multimillionaires, a lot of billionaires. But now the common mwananchi doesn't get that dollar per value. The second thing is this: Kenyans are saying that instead of building the stadium, there could be other development projects on sports that we need to do, like nurturing our talents with the same amount of money.
Where will they go?
See, they will go
Where
into,
will they be?
actually in Kenya, a lot of people who are making money, they play internationally. They don't play in the local
That
leagues.
is from Talanta is when they'll get that good standard. of
Not
stadium.
how many youth Kenyans do we have that are playing football that they will all train in Talanta? They won't. Not everyone. People train in their
It will
own local
encourage- it will
grounds.
encourage
Talanta is just
international bodies. That one was a requirement from FIFA. And then let me tell you again.
No, you just answer my 3 questions first. Don't tell me.
Let me tell you one thing. If you feel that the Talanta Stadium it was overpriced, and you have facts and documents, the court is there to challenge so that taxpayers' money to be reduced, or those people to pay back that money.
Zai, you have told me like you have been in Kenya since you have been in Nairobi, the city. You're not a villager.
I'm not a villager.
You're no longer a villager. Maybe you were once a villager
I was
from Siaya, but you're no longer a villager. So here's the point. You have been in Kenya since 1997 or 1996. You know that corruption cases lag, and it's a waste of time for an ordinary Kenyan to litigate for corruption cases. Do you know that? You have been in the political industry and leadership space for a long time.
There is ethics and anti-corruption. You can forward that matter to ethics and anti-corruption, and it will be picked from there. Now it will be the role of the ethics and anti-corruption.
Okay, Kenyans, you are our judge below there on the comment section. Do you think we can challenge such big projects on, apart from being a legal personality like Okiya Omtata? Can an ordinary Kenyan who is not on the level of Okiya Omtata, Boniface Mwangi, and other big wigs in the litigation and what should I say, the public outcry space? Can a normal Kenyan do what Boniface Mwangi and Okiya Omtata is doing?
Even me, I normally take the civil duty.
Okay, you normally do you have any case?
Yeah.
Don't just say.
I took a case. There was a
Which case?
I cannot disclose the case, but
See,
I took the case through
and
Bunge la
that
Wazalendo. You just check Bunge la Wazalendo.
no,
See, there's
you
a
can
case
just even
because-
say, you can just tell me,
No,
go to, okay, I know there are documents online. You can just go to the court of Kenya.co.ke
yeah,
and search file number case.
We go to Bunge la Wazalendo because Bunge la Wazalendo is the one who went to court.
So it has a
if you
website.
if you check Bunge
It
la
has its
Wazalendo-
own website.
If you check the Bunge la Wazalendo in judiciary, you'll find the case it was there.
Bunge la Wazalendo.
Exactly.
And you're one of the litigators.
I'm the chairman of Bunge la Wazalendo. I'm the president of Bunge la Wazalendo. I'm talking as a representative of 4 million Kenyans who are behind me.
No, that's an exaggeration,
And
of
they
course.
communicate
That's an exaggeration.
of government.
My brother, please don't do PR. We are doing a very legit audience. Please, we are doing a very legit discussion here, and my brother is starting to play some games. He's saying he's a chairman of 4 million. You know that number can get you into a very big negotiation table.
Exactly. That's why we are going for a negotiation table this time round. We have been used, but this time we are going for a negotiation table.
No, I tend to disagree with him, but we can continue. Sir, let's go to another project,
Right now, I'm
Mr.
talking to you, my people are discussing and
Let's go to
giving
another
civic
project.
education all over the country.
Your people.
Yeah,
I doubt.
Each and every corner.
Can you give me
But-
any evidence, maybe a video or photo evidence that
Yeah,
they
I'll
were
do.
there maybe last week?
Yeah,
You have the phone right now.
I know it is in the database of not my personal phone.
No, you are the chairman. You should be brief.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, you are just lying to us, but we will take
It
it.
is in the laptop.
All facts on the comments section
Yeah,
because we don't people will lie
check
to us.
even, check in
Okay, let's go to the next one. It was the Sataranda Stadium. The
YouTube.
next one was
Pardon?
the next project was the next project.
The road, Reroni and Wayaki Way. That starts from the James Kishuru Road to Reroni, and then from the Reroni to to those sides of Nakuru as it moves. Again, the SGR from Nakuru, from Nairobi to Malaba, Kisumu, they are going to expand. And we see the more of efficiency in mode of transport, business work, communication is going to improve. More so, I've talked about the things that the other governments have never done in 10 years, but here now we have a government within 4 years. It has done marvelous work.
You have not answered the question of the dollar per value.
The dollar per value now, I leave it with
Or value per dollar. It's value per dollar, not dollar per value.
value per dollar, I give it to the economist. And
And a lot of economists in Kenya are saying that the value per dollar is so outrageous. We're being ripped off as Kenyans.
that is their own opinion and they stand with it. But ours
It's their own expert opinion.
Exactly, as man.
Based on statistical data.
By this time we are developing. It is like being in the house and you are doing your own personal house construction. You'll not have money in the pocket. You'll be straining until the time you finish up building that house. Then that house will have a return on you. You'll find the cost.
Okay, go to the okay.
That's why now we are feeling the pinch of this kind of development.
No, but a lot of Kenyans are saying a lot of the tendering process is corrupt. A lot of the price materials are being overpriced. But because you Kenyans kindly on the comment section.
I'll follow up your statement.
Yeah, and you come back next time. Yeah.
I'll come back with the feedback on my research in these ministries.
So,
I'll knock their doors and see.
You have to talk about the goons.
Yeah, the goons, especially goonsies, eh? Hello. So here is what is happening. Kenyans have tried to protest against corruption, against killings, against goons, against a bad business environment. But the government, the only reply they have is deploying goons on Kenyans. What is your talk about that? What is your opinion?
I think the government have enough security machinery. That is the police, DCI, and the military and what. They don't need goons. Goons are used just with the politicians who are in those sides of opposition to try and enforce their security. They are now giving them name of goons so that to disown them.
Very well. You have trapped yourself, sir. You have said that the Kenyan government has a very good machinery of security mechanism. But now, how can the oppositions use goons against Kenyans and not taken to court or with solid evidence? Because now Kenya, we know it has one of the best intelligence center in East Africa. Why are the opposition? You are just throwing names everywhere. Why are the opposition? Let's say opposition leader X has hired goons against his own people or against the people that are supporting the government. Why have they never been taken to court?
Oh, thank you for your good question. But what you have to understand, a goon does not have a badge that is written a goon. So
that's the work of the intelligence.
Why don't I finish? I should finish my reply. And you'll find that as much as the government is trying to see how to manage and arrest these people, at that time, these people claim that these are their people and their voters. I don't know, they are whatever. So when they are crying like that, it is a bit a challenge again to the government. Because when the government arrests these goons, the same oppositions are the people who are going. They are the ones who are going to pay for them to be released, of which they have a right also until proven guilty in court. But what we need to know, whatever we are planting is a bad seed. One day, one time, it will erupt on us again.
It's a ticking time bomb.
Exactly, because of joblessness. And most of these MP.
You are agreeing with us, watu wa Gen Z anasema hakuna kazi. Na ni kweli hakuna kazi.
Kazi inauzwa na wabunge. Kazi.
No, you cannot say that. This is the most stupid things I'm hearing right now because you cannot tell me kazi inauzwa na wabunge and there's a system where people are supposed to be employed. The Public Service Commission or committee is around to employ citizens. Why would you tell me system inauzwa na wabunge? Because that means the rot is up there. It is up there where they sell or they allocate positions to the MPs. So we want it to end. You understand? Because that is already wrong. Because huwezi tuambia kazi inauzwa na wabunge. What is that? Kazi ya wabunge in Kenya is actually not even CDF. CDF is not even supposed to be kazi ya wabunge. Kazi ya wabunge in Kenya is to make laws.
And when we tell the
policies
people to scrap off CDF so that we can have free education in Kenya, the same member of parliament, they refused. And it has been passed by the Kenyans.
But you know,
Because you see, the role of the government is to open space.
Actually, we
Give
just
a good
need.
environment of
There's one thing we need in Kenya.
job opportunities. And the role of the government is to harmonize their positions and also to give a good space whereby if it is a matter of accessing the market, opening the roads, if it is a matter of technology, bringing up the Wi-Fi, bringing up the aspect of good telephones set so that people can communicate, people can do WhatsApp communications, people can do documentations, people can communicate from Kenya to other countries easily, so that the accessibility of communication and entrepreneurship is easy. That is the role of the government. But when now our fellow Kenyans are trying to bring up a barrier and propaganda that they are saying that the government, the problem in the country is joblessness. Yes, it is joblessness. What have you done as a person? You have to play your role as a person. Because
Any ordinary Kenyan citizen is not obligated by anybody to create employment. A private citizen is a private citizen. He can decide to employ whoever he wants, but a government institution has to follow the rule of the law. Ethical employment, professional employment.
don't deny that.
Yeah. So you cannot say, where were they?
I don't.
You cannot say, where were they?
No, listen.
They were not elected.
Because member of parliament, whether you're in the opposition or government, you are elected.
No.
And you promised people.
There are some members in oppositions who have never been elected, who have never held a public office.
Listen to me. So long as you're a member of parliament,
I understand.
promised people that you are going to create jobs. You
Yeah.
promised on your
Through
manifesto,
policies.
on your manifesto.
Yeah.
If every leader can follow manifesto, some even don't know what is manifesto. If they
Yeah, just like your president here, he has always been telling us in 6 months' time, no manifesto. All his manifestos they have never been implemented in 6 months' time, in 6 months' time, in 7 months' time. Chipaka siku hizi imekuwa a joke.
No, they are
We're becoming a joke in East Africa.
Don't you see the affordable housing being completed? Is that a joke?
They are being completed, I agree, but at what price? What value per the value per dollar?
The value, what do you mean, my friend?
Yeah.
What do you mean? When you borrow money, you know you borrow money with its value, and that value you have to pay it at that value. So don't say that this thing was done by these people. These people borrowed money, and when they borrowed money, the investor wants his money back. Want to see the value of his money also.
But
And
he should
for the sake of our people.
he should want his money back with the right formula. Maybe if it's
unless you don't want this country to grow, because
no, we really want this country to grow. We really want this country.
If you are a complainant like this,
No, we're not complaining. What we want is good governance. We want affordable housing.
assume you are a
Yes.
president now.
Yes. Assume I'm the president.
What can you do?
What I'll do, I'll just do exactly according to my manifesto. With the first things first,
Which one?
is ensuring that the rule of law is followed. That is the first things first.
Was it his manifesto?
Whose manifestos? Yeah, actually, President Ruto campaigned on the rule of law. He said that he will like transform a lot of government bodies, but he came now. He was complaining because the other time the former president was more of politically hunting him through government bodies, and now it's the same thing that he's doing. Gachagua has always been hunting. I'm not pro Gachagua. I'm just saying you cannot promise what you said you will not do. He has exactly turned to what he had already said he will not be turning to. That's the point.
So are you challenging him emotionally or like ideologically?
Both. No. Ideologically, not
No,
emotionally.
emotionally.
No.
Because
Oh,
there are things which are
how
not
can
in
you say?
manifesto.
How can you say?
There
How can you
are
say?
things which were not in manifesto.
Like what?
Like that time, the thing you are saying that is going now to the rule of law.
Rule of law has always been there.
It has always been his manifestos because he campaigned on the basis of crying the government is pressing on me. Am I wrong?
That is not.
I was right.
That is personal.
That was kind of a spice to the manifesto.
Yeah, it was a spice to the manifesto.
Again, it's public
Yeah.
sympathy. Those are just words to bring up the emotions of the people. But
Okay.
what I know,
What you're trying to say is
Go
that a
and check
manifesto
the
has to be
manifesto.
written. Has
go
to
and
be
check the
written.
manifesto of Kenya Kwanza and whatever is happening, if they are out of their manifesto. And
They're
if
of
they are
course out of their
my
manifesto.
are they out for the good or for the bad?
No,
Two,
you cannot be out of
let
your
us not look
manifesto
at the cake.
and say you are out for the good.
Let us not look at who baked the cake. Let us look at where is the cake. Because all along you have been paying taxes. And
Yeah,
yes,
good thing. You have already cooked yourself again.
Yeah.
Where is the cake?
The
We are
cake
now.
is the
Oh,
affordable
no, 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 no,
housing,
no, no.
the cake is
No,
the
that is
road,
what is the cake.
is the
There's
agriculture.
there's a
the
difference.
fertilizer
You know,
being
I'm not
produced.
Luo, but here's the difference. There's a difference between what and where.
Yeah.
Where is the location?
Location.
So here is
where
here,
is the affordable housing?
okay.
Nairobi,
No, no,
all
no.
over 45
No.
counties.
Well,
Yeah,
let,
I'm
let me
answering
let me
you.
let me let me
Where?
let me
You said
speak.
where?
Let me speak.
Just
Let me
location.
speak.
You know, when it
You have
comes
cooked
to
yourself.
grammar,
Now you want to
when it
redeem.
comes to English,
No, no.
I do understand it.
You understanding, and I agree. But let me tell you
And
one thing.
definitions.
No, no, no. Just let me speak, please. You are becoming unwise now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me speak. Here's the thing. You've said, where is the cake? Now, people are complaining even in the employing opportunities, employable opportunities. There are a lot of communities that are being left behind. And you are you have once said in a show before that your community in particular had been sidelined for long in terms of employability. But we want the national cake to be sorry. We want the national cake to be equally divided to per capita to every county and every ethnic community in different parts of the country. But now we are seeing the completely opposite, and you can agree it with me because the data is outside there. When people are being employed in the military, it's haywire. In the police force, it's haywire. The top government officers, the top CSS,
You have
the
talked
top
nicely.
what?
You
Yeah,
have talked
yeah.
nicely.
Thank you. At
Have
least,
you analyzed this government with that other previous government on the same line?
I don't want to live in the past.
Thank you. I saw you are denying yourself.
The problem which we are facing on this government is it's going forward, not one. When you look at the previous governments, they had this like random projects, but Mr. Ruto is chasing all. He wants all of it. So if you're talking about,
It's not focused.
Can you give us an example of the last government project?
see, you tell him the infrastructure.
We have the SGR.
Which one?
We had the
The
SGR.
construction of the HCGR was how much? The initial cost.
I cannot lie to.
I know.
We're just saying about
Yeah.
the
listen to me. I'm coming back to your complaint wherever you want to
value per dollar.
value per dollar. I want to notify you that the SGR,
And the,
Nairobi SGR to Mombasa was 50 billion. But when Uhuru came in, took it to 300 and something billion.
330 maybe. That's okay, but you know you're just trying to
So,
because
where-
we know
where-
in
did you
Kenya.
question that dollar?
In Kenya,
Did you question that
I
dollar?
did actually. I did. You can go to my tweets before. Just guys go to my tweets in X on X. Just go to my tweet on X and you'll find everything there. So here's the point. About SGR. The presidency in Kenya is one and the same thing. The deputy and the president is one and the same thing. We don't have a vice president, we have a deputy president. And you said you know the language, you know the Englishman language. So the deputy president and the president right now, according to the constitution, are one and the same thing. So you cannot just blame Uhuru and President William Ruto was the current, was the that time deputy president. So the execution of that project was both. So you are just trying to say President Ruto has been a bad manager for decades.
Because
True or not?
No.
Yeah.
That is your own wordings. But with me, I say that right now you don't blame Kindiki. You are blaming just Ruto. When it comes to the other side,
No, actually, I'm blaming both of them.
You are including.
No, I'm blaming even Kindiki,
Then
but
you want to bring
actually,
the case of Ruto to be bad.
no, President William
even if-
Ruto
hata Moi
is just
huwa
a
mwema,
byproject.
hata Moi huwa mwema.
Let me tell you one thing. No, si yetu imezidi.
Mmekarana.
No, I'm not saying.
Mpaka
Nikisema
mnikulie.
President William Ruto
And
saizi,
even-
ndio maana
I'm asking
nimesema
a very
in
good
Kenya
question.
the presidency is one.
Yeah.
Hata nikisema Kindiki bado president ako ndani.
Sasa
Dr.
me, I want you to
Kindiki.
know from you, and I ask a very simple question. Did you audit the aspect of government employment in this government, in Kibaki government, in Uhuru government, and also
I'll be honest with you.
in
Moise.
Kenyatta and Moise?
Okay,
And
here's the
analyze,
point.
Yeah.
The okay,
Biasness or no biasness?
the employment opportunities in Kenya have always have a ethical bias.
Thank
I agree.
Thank you.
But it's time. The Gen Zs have said it's time to change. We cannot
change
say.
because Ruto is on the office.
Oh, so you are
But-
saying
but
we should
when-
just continue because you are favored. You are being favored now.
Ethnical imbalances on the other side, you don't talk about it. But you
No,
see,
it is our time right now.
It is
I wasn't a voter in 2013. I wasn't a voter in 2013.
Pardon?
I wasn't a voter in 2013.
Thank you. You're not. That's why I'm trying to educate you what has been happening.
No, it's changes now. You cannot say we have been doing these bad things for long. Let us not change because we have already been doing these bad things. No, we want change.
Take an audit of government employees. Take an audit of how people used to get this opportunity. That's from the county.
Mzae, we should not live on the past. You are just trying to justify. No, history might change.
Ruto is only facing a simple majority win
Pardon?
challenge. Ruto is facing a simple majority win challenge.
No, Ruto will just win overwhelmingly.
Because a lot of people are challenging him because
Look at those people who are talking bias on Ruto. They are rich people, not the poor people who are getting the salary.
No, you cannot lie to us, Bwana. That's not true.
ID. How much do you pay for the ID?
No. People are complaining,
Listen
bro.
to me.
Don't you have relatives,
For you
Jacob?
to get an ID is free.
You are in Nairobi enjoying life.
Yeah. You see, I'm not in Nairobi enjoying life. I'm just
You look
talking
like
of
you're enjoying
no. I'm just talking on issues that are affecting the common mwananchi. The common mwananchi is getting an ID replacement free of charge under the services of the government. You don't talk about that.
But what is the trick behind that?
What is when anything what is good is done to the poor person, there's a trick. When some women were being given shoes, you are complaining, and yet they don't have shoe. Your mother has the shoe.
No,
and
but
you have the house.
No, it's not just say people's mothers have shoes. No,
they are given gas.
it is
you
not.
complain.
No,
What? When will the poor? Gain?
No.
When the poor is gaining.
gas. When were they given gas? You have afraid yourself again? When were they given gas? Where and when?
It was in Nyandarua during the time of Kalao.
The by-election.
Yeah.
So you only give stipends to citizens when you need them during by-election. And thank you, people of Nyandarua, you did something good. What all Kalao? Amazing. Majab kabisa. You took the money and voted the right way.
How ignorant you are.
No, you cannot be given stipends every
Okay,
day.
fine.
Actually, that is the case
Even
study.
if it is so, then those people are saying so. They are employed in the government. Have they left taking the salary from the government now because the government is of one Ruto? Why is it when the poor are given now you bring a literature character in it? And then
If it's all about, let me tell you one
when
thing.
the Chagos was being impeached here, the MPs were given money. Did they talk? Did they return that money? Let us not be
No.
isolated.
You have the evidence.
Yeah, I have the evidence.
Where is it?
It has been said even in the house. They said it. Even recently.
No, do you have the evidence?
Nani, speaker,
You know-
that a member of parliament have been given, they usually get those employment
So we know,
letters.
of course, we know.
So where do you complain? When they get, it is not a complaint.
No.
But when the poor gets,
No.
that is how they, because they know they want poor to be with them.
No.
Why should you give them things they don't need?
You don't need a shoe, you don't have a shoe.
They need infrastructure. They need.
Thank you. You're talking about infrastructure. The infrastructure is what we are doing.
They need a blend of micro.
Whereby the things from Nyandarua, look at the roads
Exactly.
being constructed in Nyandarua.
What I'm trying
For
to
the,
say,
for the products
listen,
to reach in the
the
market.
cost of living is
How many?
high. So that is your creation. It's like creating a slum and
Yeah.
then coming to that.
So now I've come to save
We are
you.
not creating slum. We are removing slum and putting affordable housing.
How many years that the governments have been here? Even
So that one blame the previous government, not this current government,
this
which is
guy
doing
came
good things.
Riding on a hustler.
Yeah.
No, this Mzai is
Thank
basically
you.
frying himself right
Thank
now
you.
on a
No, you
on a
people
very
just
good butter.
I'm answering you. You talk infrastructure. The way you have been defending the infrastructure. You talked about and I ask you, why is it these people are employed and they're earning the money from the government, but when the poor receive a money from the government,
Who told you they are poor? In fact, who told you
if
they
you
are
don't have
poor?
a shoe, what does it mean?
No,
What does it mean?
you cannot tell me they
You
didn't
don't
have
have a
shoes.
gas.
No.
You don't have a shoe.
No.
You don't have a laser. You are being given for you to. Have you gone to the village?
Maybe it's
Me, I've been in Nyandarua, those sides.
Let me tell you one
Olkalao.
thing. No,
Are you
listen to
aware
me.
even the MP of Olkalao, Oljororok, was another person from this Kenya Railway messed up everything. They have to acquire money here, go and mislead the
No,
people.
no,
the other
that
side.
one I have no evidence. I don't know the MP of Kalau.
That's why I'm telling you I know those areas.
No.
Engineer areas, those sides have been there.
Do you think Mr. Ruto is going home come 2027?
He cannot go home. That way I just
Yeah, these are the old man's ways of thinking, but Gen
Because what we are
Z's.
seeing and what has been happening.
No,
is a
he
big
can't actually go home. Actually,
those
it's
are
one term.
popularists.
It's one term.
It is 2 term.
It's one.
Yeah, because of what he has done.
No, it's
God
because
knows. God knows.
God knows. Yeah.
Is he the one causing chaos in opposition?
No, he has no time to with that. He's so much busy.
No. Okay, me, I just want. I think when now the cameraman starts asking questions, it means the interview is coming to an exhaustion.
Yeah.
So here's the issue. I want to part short with this one. Dear Gen Zs, regardless of what happens, you remember what happened on the 25th of 2024. I will not say much. You know the economy where it is right now. You are a graduate or not, you are a Form 4 leaver or not, you are a Class 8 leaver or not. You deserve a better Kenya. Make your own decisions based on what you can see on the ground. Don't just listen to weird statistics and weird people that have their own bias depending on their own interests. Please vote according to your own instincts and cautiousness, regardless of the tribe, the region you are coming from, the ethnical group you are coming from, or a leader in your community. You have your own brain, your future relies on you. One term. Right now in the opposition, like you have said, it's haywire, it's helter-skelter, but let the chaff... Listen to me, my brother. You are wise. Okay, okay. So let the chaff settle, then we will now sift the best leaders. But right now, I am not Luya. I am not from Western. Sifuna doesn't know me. If Sifuna comes, actually on my tweet I said I'll vote for Okiya Mtata, but I've heard Okiya Mtata has some gubernatorial ambitions. Let him go for that. I wish him well. I know he's an anti-corruption guy. He will do well if he's not sabotaged by junior officers. But right now I'm still with Sifuna because I believe I want people who are there to the law. I want people who want best for Kenyans. And please, let's rally behind Sifuna for right now. But we never know what happens before. And also, when something comes up, maybe he becomes a sellout or something, we will also reject him and we'll go for somebody who has good qualities and is most likely to win on the opposition. Thank you so much. One time siku zote.
Why don't you want Sifuna?
No, you should not start. Did you start that question to him? Because I'm just giving my closing remark.
Yes, okay.
I should have my closing remarks.
Okay, just give your closing remarks, please.
Not in your way. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
First of all, I could urge Kenyans. My colleagues have said it. Vote according to what you see. Vote according to what has been done, that is a wise direction. The government of the day have embarrassed the previous government since 1993. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a time whereby we should be honest with ourselves. God has a reason of everything. Let us not be biased because of ethnicity. Let us focus ahead and see we need to have such kind of leaders who can make us have a step in leadership, change, transformation of the country. Nairobi in 10 years back and Nairobi now, there's a big change. And if you have seen that change, then vote for this government. We need people who are transparent. We need people they are doing things that we see. Let us not go for people who talk a lot but do none. They only develop their own, building 400 million house, going to buy land in foreign lands. Now they are being chased in South Africa because of this kind of oppression. God have heard our prayer that our money is being